my name's Peter Hough. I teach international politics in the School of Law. The aim of my research has always been to try to get a deeper understanding of how and why international policy emerges and evolves. In particular, I've always been interested in looking at areas of international relations beyond the kind of areas that are most regularly focused on. So in other words, my interests are beyond military matters and diplomatic matters, which the subject tends to be predominantly interested in. In particular, I'm very interested in human security, which I've looked at in a number of different ways. Most particularly environmental politics. I have a number of research outputs that deal with the global politics of toxic chemicals, also the emergence of rules pertaining to ecocide, that's the military damage of the environment. And also I've developed a big interest in the Arctic. The underlying theme of these areas of interest is to look at how policy is able to emerge in areas that seems to contradict where vested interests lie. So in looking at toxic chemicals, for example, I've been interested to discover how policy and law has been able to emerge in spite of the fact that major chemical companies and powerful countries have sought to resist the development of policy. Similarly, with regards to ecocide, the fact that policy and law has been able to emerge again flies in the face of the fact that vested interests such as the military-industrial complex and powerful countries have again sought to resist this and obviously not seen it as being in their interests. With the Arctic, I've been particularly interested in how the Arctic has become an arena of very profound cooperation between countries in which sustainable policies have been able to emerge and policy has been able to be informed by indigenous groups. All of this in spite of the fact that on the face of it the Arctic is an area where Russia and several Western countries appear to be on a collision course according to a lot of conventional analysis. The truth is that is far from the case, and the reality is much more cooperative. So in particular my interest is to look at how cooperation is possible in international relations and how it is possible to move beyond the kind of conflictual arena that people tend to portray it. I'm very pleased to have received quite a number of invitations to speak on these themes at conferences and other events, and I feel my research has started to make quite a big impact over the last few years. In particular, I had a number of citations in government publications and international organisations outputs. Perhaps most notably, my work on ecocide was quoted in a report by the International Law Commission last June, which was presented to the United Nations General Assembly.